Good evening. I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Hammond Capital Improvement Board for October 2nd, 2023. Would you please rise and join with me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Joanne, will you call the roll, please?
Moore.
Here.
Muda.
Here.
Prieto. Spitali.
Here.
Tyler. Warple.
Here.
Button.
Here, let the record reflect that all members are present, 5 in chambers and 2 online. Next item on the agenda, Board, you should have received a copy of the last meeting minutes for September 18th, 2023. The chair would entertain a motion for approval.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved by Councilman Werpel and seconded by Councilman Spitali to approve the meeting minutes for the meeting of September 18th, 2023. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Moore.
Yes.
Muda.
Yes.
Prieto. Yes. Spitali.
Yes.
Tyler. Yes. Warple.
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 7-0. Next item on the agenda is a report on the work study session. Immediately prior to this meeting, we had a brief discussion of the agenda items. Any other report on the work study session? Seeing none, next item is item 6, funding. Any report from our esteemed city controller?
Yes, Mr. President, I have just a brief update. We do not have funds allocated for the fourth quarter budget as of yet, but I anticipate I'll be able to give those numbers at the next meeting. This evening, we have $283,628.77 worth of considerations before us. Taking those into account and all of the previous commitments that we've made, that would leave a total unallocated fund balance of $1.2 million.
Thank you. Questions for Commissioner Moore? Thank you for your report. Next item on the agenda is matters from the mayor, council, or other departments. Anyone wishing to address the board? Seeing none, old business? Any old business for this board? Item 9 is new business. Item 9A is a funding allocation invoice number 5 with NICD to accommodate the new downtown Hammond Station grade correction in the amount of $143,126.77. Is there a motion to approve? Motion. Thank you, Councilman Spitali. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Muta. It's been moved and properly seconded. For invoice number 5, is there any discussion? This is the first payment or invoice that we've received from NICD as it relates to the new grade alignment to accommodate the downtown Hammond Station. The previous invoices 1 through 4 were to accommodate the tunnel at Russell Street. All told, it's just under $1 million to accommodate the downtown Hammond Station adjustments to the NICD line, and this board had approved us to move forward with these actions in excess of 1 year ago. Is there any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Moore.
Yes.
Muda.
Yes.
Prieto. Yes. Spitali.
Yes.
Tyler. Yes. Warple.
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 7-0. Next item is 9B, a funding allocation for general geotechnical engineering services with advanced engineering services in the amount of $50,000. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you. Commissioner Moore, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Spitali. It's been moved and properly seconded. Further geotechnical engineering services, is there any discussion? This is a budget item. This is the third time this year that we have set aside $50,000 because it seems that we have more construction work in the city of Hammond than we have in quite some time. And the company is a Hammond business, and their services are unparalleled geotechnical engineering services to any other firm in our region. Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Moore,
Yes.
Muda,
Yes.
Prieto, Spitali,
Yes.
Tyler, Warple,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 7-0. Next item on the agenda is technically not on the agenda, is a last-minute ad for a funding allocation. This is for construction engineering services. It's a supplemental agreement with Lockmuller Group for the Kennedy Avenue reconstruction between 164th Place and 169th Street in the amount of $90,500. Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
So, thank you, Commissioner Muda. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Spitali. Is there any discussion? Board, you should have received this morning this funding allocation. Basically, this project has gone on in excess of 18 months when we had originally anticipated this project to be completed in 2022. Through no fault of the consultant, they continue providing construction engineering services on the project more than 12 months, anticipated about 12 months longer than we originally expected. This increase represents a 14% increase in their original contract amount, which I would add that is a very fair, a very modest increase to cover the cost as it relates to the work that they're doing on this project. Obviously, the project continues. We hope and we expect that this project to be completed in the current construction season. We are dealing with delays that relate to certain electrical service points with the Northern Indiana Public Service Commission, or NIPSCO, and they are working together with us to try to resolve those issues and potential delays. But our intent and our goal is to complete Kennedy Avenue this year. Is there any other discussion?
I just have a question.
Councilman
Is it still
Werfel.
on schedule to be wrapped up by the end of the month?
Yeah, by the end of the construction season, which would be mid-November now.
Okay.
Because of these NIPSCO delays, and to some extent, it was NIPSCO's fault, but they are working with us to try to resolve all these outstanding matters to get this project completed and open to traffic this year. Any other discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Moore,
Yes.
Muda,
Yes.
Prieto, Spitali,
Yes.
Tyler, Warple,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 7-0. Is there any other new business? Hearing none, we move to public expression. There's no one to sign in. Is there anyone in the audience wishing to address this board? Anyone in the audience? Anyone virtually online to address this board? Seeing none, our next regularly scheduled meeting for this board would be October 16th in this room with a work study session at 4:30 and a regular meeting at 5 o'clock. Councilman Werpel.
Just looking at Jaime there, it looks like because of the background, he's sporting a mullet, don't it?
He does sort of have a mullet. Yeah.
Look at
And we're glad to have Councilman or
Yeah, okay,
Commissioner
that looks better. There you go.
present.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, motion carries. We're adjourned.